Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the all-new 2027 Infiniti QX65. This is the top trim level, the Autograph all-wheel drive, and it's finished off with the premium paint. There's Onyx Black and Radiant White, and with the tech package as well, MSRP is just over $71,000. We have a lot to go over for this smaller size SUV, and we'll start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you will find the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This is paired to the 9-speed automatic, and it pumps out 268 horsepower, 286 pound-feet of torque. Weighs in around 4,700 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 20 in the city and 26 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice a lot of gloss black for this particular model. Very large Infiniti logo, along with a forward camera, plenty of cutouts within that grille too. And you'll notice the smaller housings come off of the top of the grille here for the DRL and turn signal. There's also headlights and high beams for the lower trim accents. And then you'll notice parking sensors. The sensor in the middle is for the Pro Pilot system, which is the distance pacing for cruise control. And there's several more cutouts in that lower section too. And then some very smooth lines coming down the hood. Now you'll notice more gloss black for the fender arches. This also has the center wheel cap cover, so that way the lug nuts are not exposed, giving it a very clean and luxury look. You'll notice more gloss black for the lower side skirt there. It's also on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal. There's some brushed chrome accents for the window, and then roof racks and a full moonroof up top. Now, as we take a step back, this has more of that coupe-like design to it, so a very steeply raked rear glass with nice proportions meeting all the way to the back here. So the window trim accents give it a really nice look. You'll notice the third brake light up top. There's also the LED bar along with Infiniti spelled out, backup camera, parking sensors, and this model is equipped to tow right around 6,000 pounds. Very impressive for this smaller vehicle. Now this also has remote start, so you can use the key fob for that. You can use the key fob for the liftgate or push on that hidden button underneath and you can gain access to your cargo space, where this has a surprising amount of space. Now this storage bin is an option. It velcros to the carpet so that we can place in items and they won't roll around. You also have more storage hidden under the floor. Now you can also fold the back seats down. You do have to have the front seat adjusted there for it to fold flat. You have an area to place the cover, some hooks, some more tie downs. So very usable cargo space. And then you have buttons up top to lock the vehicle or just close the liftgate. Now, if you do lock it, there's no proximity door handles on the back side, but you can get around that with the key fob and the front doors, of course. This model is also spec'd with a vermilion red leather interior. There's the Klipsch audio. You get storage in the lower section, some wood trim and brushed accents, and then you can easily lock it into place. They do recline and they move forwards and backwards, so there's that bar down below. And then hopping in, you'll notice there's storage pockets. You get heated seats, you have your temperature, where you like the air to go, auxiliaries down below. And I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. As you can tell, this is all the way reclined, so you have a lot of adjustments. You also get some storage and cup holders in the middle with that armrest, and then a good bit of visibility. So these smaller windows definitely aid in helping with that. Now up front, this has memory seating adjustments for your driver. There's a window control, side mirror adjustments, and everything else is as you saw in back. Up front, however, you do get speakers in the headrest there, which is a nice touch. And it's a low SUV, so it's very easy to enter and exit. Now, this does have that entry and exit mode, so when I start the vehicle up, the driver's seat will move forward, the steering wheel will move towards me in the position that I had it set at. Now, with the steering wheel, it's finished off in leather. This also has paddle shifters on both sides. You'll notice there's volume, tuning. You do have this shortcut menu here, where you can get into your meter view. And this is how you can change how you want to view this information. So currently, you'll notice I can go through a little bit in the middle here. I can pop all that up. But if I want to see it in full screen, we'll go back to the view that I was just at. And this is how you can view all of this information in greater detail. So you have quite a lot to go through, just depending on what you need to see. And it is very helpful. You can also get into settings as well and go through your head-up display. You have a few others to monitor and view. Now this also has paddle shifters. Cruise control settings are on the right with your Bluetooth and voice commands. This is a power steering wheel. And then you have the liftgate release. You can turn on and off the head-up display. There's a steering assist, one air vent with more leather and trim. And then with the infotainment system, you have a lot to go through. So you can view all of this information. You have the home screen, which we were just on. You can pull up the map individually, get into your music and phone. There's voice commands, and then you have a few more icons to scroll through here as needed. Now there's more vents underneath that, and then you have a separated area for all of the climates. So there's fan speed, temperature, you have heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, there's a volume knob, you can adjust the rear climates from up front, you have some audio adjustments as well. Very easy to operate. There's wireless charging and cup holders, and then this is how you put the vehicle into reverse, where you have quite a lot of angles to go through. If I put it back into drive, now we can go through all of these angles, including the 360 view. So you can see around the whole vehicle, you have no shortage of where you need to see. You even have the underground or undercarriage view there, which is very helpful. Park is located on the top, and this does have several driving modes. So you can go through these as needed, depending on how you need that all-wheel drive system to react. There's the engine start-stop, auto hold, and the e-brake, and then you do have another control panel for this screen. So you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system, which is fantastic. You can go through all of this as needed. You have storage with an auxiliary. There's also a locking glove box. And then this does have the digital rear view mirror. You have garage door buttons on the left, and then various settings to go through within this system on the right. There's also a sunglass holder, dome lights, and controls for both that sunroof and sunshade. And then a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see. With the rake of that rear glass, you still have a lot over both shoulders. And still in sport mode, second gear, here we go. And with a decent acceleration, we're up to speed. And again, the paddles are very responsive, so that is great to see. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the latest QX65. Really nice place to be. All of the materials are what you would expect. There's even some soft touch materials on the door panel. So if there is plastic, it is very well hidden, and it just gives you a great vibe for this vehicle. And over the last couple of days of driving this, I really don't have any complaints. Everything seems to be very user-friendly, and it's just a nice vehicle to drive. So if you want that luxury aspect, this is certainly an option to consider, and it's going to give you quite a lot. Now for the QX65, there are only 3 trim levels that will be available, with this Autograph being the top trim level, so that way you can see everything that this potentially can have to offer. So you have 3 different options, just depending on how you'd like to spec it, and of course the price that you want to pay for your SUV. But a very great vehicle to drive. Visibility is super easy to see, as I mentioned earlier, with the pillars in the back. For being a small vehicle with that coupe-like design, it's really very easy to see over both shoulders. So you have a very maneuverable, smaller vehicle that's super practical at the same time. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2027 Infiniti QX65. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.